Hi everyone. It's really crappy network. Yeah, I'm waiting for iRichard to join in. The network is really crappy on his end, so I hope he does join in from here. Hi guys, welcome. Yeah, the network is crappy, so I'm waiting for iRichard to join in. Just hold on, please. Hello. Hi. Just be patient, okay? He's supposed to join in like now, so I'm waiting for him. Hi, Queen. Welcome. So much for Nigerian network. uh, yes, he's here. So he's here now. So thank you, Queen. Thanks. Yeah. Okay.
Time start. Okay. Why am I having teary eyes? Hi, the network is so crappy.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? So, I think we can continue, So, let's continue. Let's see. Can
Yeah.
continue. Go ahead.
Okay, where was I? I don't even know where I stopped.
Okay, I'll ask the question again. So, I wanted you to take me from before you got to this level of focus and discipline as Ruby the Realtor. All right, you used to be
Mm,
just Ruby. All right.
yeah.
So, take us through that transition process. What was happening? What happened in between? And you were saying it started in school.
Yeah. I was in school. I had a couple of things I was doing in school. I was a makeup artist. I was an entrepreneur. I was selling stuff like clothes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I did a lot of things. I did hair, So when I finished school, I was a bit pumped or confused rather on what or where to start from here.
Okay.
And the only thing that stood out to me, which I felt I was actually good at, was houses. Personally, I like to go to new houses. I like to check it out, check the design of the house, the finishing, and even possibly think of like what the interior design can look like afterwards. So I pretty much just felt that this is it for me. It's an easy thing, for me. And I also like meeting new people, which real estate, opens me up to. So definitely, it wasn't actually hard for me to make up my mind that this is what I really want to do.
Oh, okay. But when you say it was easy, how did you get how like there's a thing about where you say, oh, follow your passion and all of that. Like how is real estate your passion? Like what was the connecting factor? What was that thing that you said shopping, you said meeting people, you said, but I mean,
Yeah.
walk me through that. How easy,
Okay.
define easy. Because I mean, someone could right now, someone who is looking to become a realtor can wake up to them like, oh, Ruby said it was easy. Let me go and be a realtor. Define easy.
Okay, I think it has to do with passion, not let me not just say easy. I think it's something that is innate in you, something that how do I put it? I'm looking for a particular word. Something that you find joy with doing, whether you get money from it or not. Let me just put it like that. That's how real estate is for me. I enjoy walking people through maybe a sighting and inspection, and then having to see, oh, this is lovely, and they even agree with me with what they're seeing, and then if they like it, they like it. If they don't like it, that's fine by me. But I have personally have the opportunity to explore a new house and see what the interior looks like.
So now you just said something that if they like it, fine. If they don't like it, fine. How, as a realtor, have you been able to manage that state of rejection when they don't like it? How do you, manage that?
Well, that's something that I've said on my Instagram page from time to time. Yeah, that rejection, the time and the effort, having to bring a client to come see a place, the whole strings you pull, because it's a whole lot of drama that goes on to make an inspection successful for a client, and then the client just comes and be like, nah, no, I don't like it, and then it's at first it got to me because I felt bad. I felt like I wasn't probably doing my job well. I wasn't, professional about it and all that stuff. But with time, I got to understand because I've been in the client's shoes before. I've been in the space where I have to look for a house for myself and work with another agent or another realtor. And at the end of the day, I didn't like what they showed me. So it's not about the agent or the realtor in question. It's just the property, and it just doesn't speak to me. So I put myself in their shoes and say, okay, it could be me who is in their shoe that doesn't, like this property. So if I don't like it, it's for them to, motivate them to look for something else or something better. And it also puts me in a position to question or interview the client to know exactly what he wants, his specs, and all that stuff.
Okay, so when you're qualifying a client, right? When you're qualifying a client, do you have some specific go-to scripts that you have mentally or written down somewhere that you must ask them before you take them up as clients to go show them a building? Do you have the specific questions that you ask?
Yes, of course. It's a pre-recorded question in my head. Once you call me up and ask me for a property, I already know what I'm going to ask you to help me extract information from you to be able to know how to and where to apply it as regards your request.
Okay, so if you're going to ask that right now,
Pardon? Now I can't hear you. Hello? Wow. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear you.
Yeah, let me take out my earpiece. Hello? Hello? I can't hear you actually. Like it's completely like numb. I can't hear a single thing. Yeah. Can you end it and call me back? Hello? Sorry guys, I can't hear him at all. Okay, cute Chidexi, you said how do you deal with indecisive clients? That's a serious question. I'll come back to that. Who else? Does anybody have a question? You can just drop your questions. I would look at it again. Okay. How do you deal with indecisive clients?
so can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. So I think we should take the question you just talked about, how to deal with indecisive clients.
Yeah. That's a very, very tough one. Sometimes it can be extremely irritating when you have a client that doesn't know what they want, and maybe you even give them all the options you think you've heard them say that they want, and then at the end of the day it happens that they don't even know what they want. The only thing to do is just be patient. Sometimes there's always a big turnaround with such people. When you make them feel that no matter how they are, you believe in them and you believe that you will get them what they want. It just gives them this confidence to maybe even rely on you to make the decision for them. So when a client comes in and he's making certain requests, and then you give him a property and he doesn't know whether he likes it or not, keep following up on them, keep keeping up on them. Don't push it too much. Just keep giving them more options, and then narrow it down to maybe a particular number, then even make them understand that they can bring in friends and family to help them make their mind or make the decision for them. So that way, instead of getting irritated and just bouncing like most agents would do, you keep being on them. It makes them know that, okay, this person really has my interest and really, really wants me to get a property from her or him.
Yeah. Now, talk a bit about that follow-up process. That follow-up process is one that can be very tricky. You don't know um, how do you decide when to call the clients, and particularly when they're very busy people. How do you decide what type of messages to drop? How do you actually position yourself in such a way that you're not overbearing on the customer?
Okay. So, how would I say this? There are certain clients, there are some clients like very high prospect clients, maybe senators or governors and all that stuff. And everybody knows that even if you're not doing business with them, there's a specific time that you can call them and there's a specific time you can't call them. There are certain ways of communication with them. Some of them don't even like phone calls. Some of them prefer, maybe emails or text messages and all that stuff. So you have to be able to profile your clients to be able to know, okay, this kind of person is not a young person or it's not an elderly person. It's not a married couple or it's a single person. So you'll be able to know, okay, this is the kind of communication channel I should use to follow up on the client. So timing and medium of communication are one of the two basic things you should put into consideration when you're dealing with certain clients, so that you don't be a pest or bug them or even mess up things with them as a whole. So I don't know if that answers your question. You want me
Yeah,
to
but have,
elaborate?
have you now the medium? I know oftentimes, but let's talk specifically about the busy ones. All right, oftentimes calling them on the phone is not appreciated. Most
Yeah.
times, right?
Hmm.
So would you say between calling on the phone and texting them, which one has given you more results?
Well, I think texting because first I text, then I send a very short, very official, well packaged text that has been what's it called, pre-recorded or what. I send it to them. Then I now call them because in the text I also would inform them that I'm going to call them at a specific time, and then I call them, and then so they're already expecting my call because I've already read my message, and then I call them, and obviously they pick, and then I try as much as possible to have a face-to-face meetings with my clients. It gives more effect than even calling or texting. So when the whole process of calling or texting is just for me to have a one-on-one meeting with them eventually.
So I want to ask the question about your sales process. Let's look at it. It says, do you have a sales process you follow when you're with a client? Because I have a sales process I use dealing with prospect. So do you have a sales process?
Yes, of course. Every serious-minded agent or realtor has a sales process which they follow. So yeah, I have a sales process. And am I supposed to elaborate on that or?
Oh, no, 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 you don't have to. You don't. That's your secret sauce. That's your secret sauce. That's your secret sauce. No problem.
Well, everyone has a sales prospect. There are a lot of agents on the streets, and that's what makes a lot of people very scared when it comes to dealing with realtors. That's and having a sales process, having a method to which you follow up on clients and all those stuff,
Yes.
differentiate you from those agents on the streets because they are crude. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care, and obviously they can't work with high-profile clients like, in quotes, governors, senators, presidents, whatever it is, or elderly people. They don't profile clients. They just, this is the house. If you like it, you don't like it, they bounce. So, but having a process makes you stand out of the crowd and makes you seem very professional. Helps you even to track, your clients. And then even if the sale has been done, so many realtors even forget those clients and then move on to the next client. But I really think that after sales, you have a lot to do by following up that client, because from that client you can have like 20 other clients from just one successful client. So the most important, the most paramount thing you should do as a realtor, I think, should be focusing your energy, like 50% or 60% of your energy on successful sales. Because from successful sales, you're sure to have, like, you already have a clean, good record with such clients. So it's easy for them to refer you to other clients.
So I hear you talking about building relationships even
Yes.
after the sale, right?
Yeah.
Talk a bit about that. How are you able to do? There are people who, when you call them on the phone and you say, good morning, sir. I'm just calling to know if you're doing fine. Personally, I don't like that thing. If you hope, I don't like it. So I can imagine someone who is having to deal with so much, and you're calling him, sir, I hope your family is fine. Now, talk to me about how exactly, what do you do to sustain these relationships? How do you
Okay.
add value going up front that they're able to refer you to other people?
First, I think it's not. There's a way being a real estate agent. I think has to do with a lot of psychological expertise, if I should put it that way. You have to be able to know the as in, how do I put it now? There are a lot of people that, obviously, even if it were me, I would get extremely irritated at the fact that they call me, and I can tell from their voice that they're actually just, there's nothing more they want from me than just to look for what to get or what they can achieve from just relating with me. So sometimes it could be as far as, like, when I meet a client, let's use a couple, for instance. I meet a wife, I meet a husband, they come to me, oh, they want to buy a house, and maybe they buy the house, they like it, they move in, you know. I first of all ask, oh, do you have kids? And they say, oh yeah, I have. I know that women naturally like to talk about their kids. So it starts from there, and then they say, oh yeah, they have
So
kids. Oh, how
you try to
do
get
you
a
have a
bit about
boy,
their own personal life.
girl? And they're like, yeah, I have a son.
Um, but there's a question up here. Chidex is asking, how do you deal with the transportation that is moving from one place to another, from going to see clients to showing them different apartments? How do you handle that? Can you hear me? I can't hear you either. That's weird. Do I exit and come back in?
Hello. Hello, hi. Okay. Hello, everyone.
Okay, so we're back.
Okay.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
the last question that was asked was, how do you manage transportation and showing clients, different locations? How do you manage that?
Now that's a very big question because honestly, that's like the hard part of being a real estate agent or being a realtor as a whole. Logistics. Nobody's funding that for you. That's the only thing you can do is understand that this is an investment that you're making for your hustle. It's an
Hmm.
investment. You have to be ready to actually spend. You can't. There's no investment that you have right now that you don't spend to get. And
True.
business as a whole is a risk. You can put in millions of naira into a business and it ends up not working out. So that's the same thing
True.
as being a real estate agent. It's actually a very tiny token that you spend to get like 10 times or 20 times more than you actually spent in, going for such inspections or doing such showings or making a sale as a whole. So you shouldn't be scared. If you can, if you have the capability to spend money to go to your locations, please, by all means, do. But what I also suggest too is, um, because I'm saying I said that before because of certain clients. There are some clients that you approach with what I'm going to say now that wouldn't like it, but most times I actually try, based on maybe the profiling the client to be sure that they're actually serious. I suggest that they fund my transportation to such showings or inspections. That way, one, it helps you know if they are really, really like serious. Two, it's a win-win. If they don't like it, it's on them because you didn't spend your money,
Yeah, true.
But I suggest that if you can fund your transportation to such showings or inspections, I think it gives you more credibility. It makes them see you, makes them feel like they owe you something. So they will want to make sure that they keep working with you to make sure that they get a property that they would like from you. As regards requesting maybe a token to fund your way there, and they just feel that okay, this one doesn't work, and then they discard you immediately and look for someone else. But when you make them feel like you're actually putting in your efforts to show them a property, most people that have conscience won't ride on that. They will keep asking you, okay, please, if you have anything else, show me, than calling another agent and starting the whole process with that agent again.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Now there are, to the best of my knowledge, there are not that many female realtors, or probably I haven't looked.
Yeah.
How are you surviving?
Well, yeah, that's a very good question actually, because it's not easy being a female realtor, especially well in Nigeria as a whole. Um, there are a lot of challenges to being a female realtor, and one of them I would
Okay.
say is um, I don't know how to put this, but because dealing with properties, you half of your clients are like mostly male clients, and you obviously know how some guys can be, and some of them want to take advantage of, oh, she's a girl and all that stuff, and they want to take advantage and use, some of them even use that as bait, like if you don't maybe put yourself in a certain way with them, they won't patronize you and all that bullshit. But it depends. To me, I feel it depends on how you carry yourself. If you put yourself in a position where you begin to seem like you are open to something like that, obviously they will look through that and take advantage of you. But if you put yourself in a very, would I say, very professional, um in a very professional way, there is no way on earth that they will take advantage of you in that manner. For instance, I've made a couple of, I mean, like from years to come till today, I still meet men who want to take advantage of the situation. Sometimes, no matter how much I make myself seem very professional, but if you push hard and see that I'm putting myself in a way, this guy is still pushing on to try to see how he can take advantage of me, then you should let the deal go. Honestly, for your credibility, because I've met a lot of male clients that wanted to take advantage of me because I'm a female, and then when that didn't work out, for whatever reason, they just had it in their record that okay, she doesn't work like this, and this is how she works. So next time they call me up, they're straight to the point. They make their request, and sometimes they even refer me to other clients because they're like, no, this girl knows what she's doing, and she's all business and nothing. You can't, don't even waste your time, something like that. So in the long run, in years to come, because I have clients of like 5 years ago, and they still call me to today, Ruby, there's this thing and or that there's that thing, I want you to be among it, and all that stuff. So
Hmm.
in to come, your credibility will still be there. And I can look back at those times and say, maybe I was stupid. Maybe if I compromised a little, maybe that deal would have worked. And who knows, I would have gotten this or that. But at the end of the day, I would have lost my credibility.
Let me ask now. Sometimes I empathize towards a lot of women because of the craziness that men extend to them. But let me ask this: if there was a 21-year-old female realtor watching this video right now, and she is in a position to compromise, how will you help her develop the mental strength, all right, to remain focused and disciplined towards where she is going?
Okay. What I would tell her is, because like I've been in the shoe before, even at that age. Um, First things first, like I saw someone say, he said corporate dressing helps. Sometimes, like I said, image helps. And no matter how attractive you are, if you package yourself well, starting from the way you look on the outside, even before you open your mouth, there are a lot of things that wouldn't even take place in the first place. You don't go to a man's office, you know, wearing a very, very short mini skirt and like the way they think all marketers should female marketers should look like, because everybody believes that as a female marketer you're supposed to sell your sexuality, you know, and that's wrong. And that's what puts us in those kind of position in the first place. So when you come off looking very, you're still looking very clean, very sharp, you know, very nice, but not sensual, you know, you give that person that you first of all give him that impression that you're not ready for something like that. Then when you open your mouth to talk, you are extremely professional when you're talking. And then even when they still push their way to still try to get you into that position, you make it very clear to them. They cannot beat you. They cannot, there's nothing they can do to you. You know, you have to be very confident, like look them straight into the eye and say, I'm sorry, but that's not how I walk. I've done that a lot
Yeah.
of straight up into the face. You're not shy, you're not shaking when you're saying it. And I'm sorry, if this doesn't work for you, I'm afraid I will not be able to work with you. And then you move on. And then it's left for them to know if they want to work with you or not. And that also puts to you that maybe that person doesn't even really want to work with you at all. Maybe they
At
just want
all.
time. So if you see it that way, you'll be prepared for anything that comes your way.
Nice. There was a question before the other video ended. There was a question ET Global asked. I wasn't able to get to it. If he's able to ask that question again. Okay, he also said something here. He said, if you don't have funds for your movement, I believe the realtor can concentrate on his or her own environment. Okay, he's making a
Yes,
contribution there. Making a
yes,
contribution there. There's a question he asked. I don't know if it's still online. But notwithstanding, Ruby, thank you so much for. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay, there's another question.
Okay, yes,
What
ask.
about clients that, irrespective of how professional you are, and how about clients that are just stubborn of their stupid ulterior motives? Do you still keep such people for whatever business later? Interesting question.
No. For me, I said no. I would say no to that because you know you can't dance with you can't play with fire. So if you
Hmm.
keep some clients close by for whatever reason, they will always think that they can always try later rather. So for whatever reason, I would suggest that if such clients have put themselves in that position to you at first, then there's no reason why on earth you should keep such people
So you
close by.
mark them. That's a no-no. That's a
And
no-no. I mean,
even if they do call you, you can always refer them to another realtor. Obviously, you can you don't mind sharing your percentage with the realtor in quotes. You can refer them to a male realtor. So do it with one stone, I guess.
one stone. Also,
Yeah.
Ruby, thank you so much for this conversation. I am hoping we do this again, in very soon. Can you hear me? Oh, wow. Wow. Uh, you can't hear me at all? Okay, okay. I think we can wrap up. I think we can wrap up for today. We'll continue some other time. Right? I think we can try sign language right now. Sign language. All right. Thank you, everyone. If you can actually hear us, if you actually can hear us, thank you so much. I'm grateful for your time. All right. Take care. Bye bye.